Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having a good new year so far. It's almost like it hasn't been around long enough to get messed up. But let's see. So I'm going to pull a couple cards. We're going to start out picking what sign it's going to be for. So let's start there. I want to say a big thank you to all my assistants on the other side that helped me with interpretations and messages throughout the reading. Appreciate y'all. Okay, let's see. Who's the reading for? Ooh, ooh. No! No! Cancer energy, Two of Cups. Exactly what I didn't want to see. All right, Two of Cups. Looks like this is having to do with a relationship or a partnership, some type of agreement that you have with someone or that someone's trying to have with you. Let's find a little more. I'm going to use the Garbage Pail Kids deck. And we're going to pull a couple cards and see what's up. So it's going to be for the sign of Cancer. We just recently had a full moon in Cancer. I don't know if you guys made your moon water, cleanse your crystals, all that jazz. Okay. Let's go. Okay, tell me about Cancer. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds about right. We got a Three of Swords. So possibly a partnership broke your heart or is breaking your heart. Okay. Whoa. King of Swords. Possibly having to do with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Tell me more. We got Queen of Coins and the Hierophant. So here you could possibly be presenting as the Queen of Coins, same as Queen of Pentacles. Very independent, homebody, nurturing, clearly makes money, very responsible. Could be a parent. And then we got that coming out with the Hierophant, which is all about tradition. So it could be, what I'm seeing here is like your values may have differed from this King of Swords, right? Because the Hierophant is all about like traditions and values and like kind of like spiritual leadership, right? So kind of like the way you are, basically your morals, your integrity, all those things. Clearly what this Queen of Coins, King or Queen, you know, it doesn't make a difference. There's no gender in tarot. But your morals or your values or something about your traditions didn't line up with this King of Swords. This looks like it wants to come out. I'm just going to let it. It's Two of Coins. So it feels like you kind of went back and forth on this for a while. Tell me more. Five of Coins. You were possibly put out in the cold, or you put someone out in the cold. But with the Heartbreak card coming out, it feels like this is happening to you. Not that you're doing this to someone else. So it feels like you got left out in the cold. And like you may have been having some financial issues at the time. And we got Seven of Swords. That's deception. So we got deception coming from this King of Swords is directly underneath. So it looks like that's what was the problem here. Tell me more about the situation. See, it feels like this King of Swords possibly wanted to hold you in place, right? Oh, I get it. The message got flipped. Okay, so I said hold you in place, but I was corrected. It's placeholder, right? So just like what's happening here, you see how the one in the background is kind of trapped with these swords. So kind of like trapped by your thoughts, because swords are gonna be thoughts, communications, everything having to do with air, vocal, and in your mind. So it looks like this person somehow kind of held you in place while he ran off and did whatever he wanted to do. See, with those swords, basically, like, it feels like looking for other people to trap too. Okay, now tell me what we can do moving forward. What for the Queen of Coins moving forward? What do we got? Oh. Oof. We got the World and the Tower card. So this is going to be an intense one. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys, but it's going to be an intense one, right? Because not only are you closing a cycle here with the World card, right? But you've also got a Tower. So this whole scenario, this entire relationship that was built on a broken foundation, that's when the Tower comes in. When this Two of Cups cannot continue, right? So the Tower has to come in and break things down and kind of destroy this. So it looks like these two things are going to be happening at the same time. As you're ending this cycle with the World card, you're going to be experiencing a heavy Tower moment, right? So you're going to experience the things that you possibly rely on falling to the ground, possibly having to start all over, right? And that could be a fear for you. But if this is happening, this is like a calibration from the universe, right? This clearly didn't work out because you have a Three of Swords here because of deception, right? So this is not a true Two of Cups because there isn't honesty, loyalty. Those are the things that are needed in a real Two of Cups, in a real partnership. Loyalty, trust, consideration, all the things that you would want in any partner. And this isn't just a romantic partner, even a business partner. Wouldn't you want your business partner to be loyal, honest, considerate? All those are human qualities that we would want in anyone that we deal with, right? So it looks like this is going to be a big Tower for you, this cycle closing down, but it's coming, thankfully. I don't know why I grabbed this deck, but it must be there's something here that it wants to say. So we got Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, like, the Ace of Cups is all about a new opportunity. It's feelings, an awakening. It's emotion, right? This is something new that's going to be coming in. That's going to bring you some emotional fulfillment that's coming from the divine. So it's kind of like you're clearing out this space. You close this cycle and the Tower is going to clear everything out. And it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. And then the universe is going to bring in the cup that just so happens to come under the Hierophant, right? So possibly a person that aligns with your values, possibly joining some type of group that brings you some type of emotional fulfillment, but something having to do with your values and your traditions, something that lines up better than what you had before, right? So that opportunity is coming in soon. Now let's just get one more card for this Two of Coins, because it feels like this went on for a bit. Yeah. Feeling powerless, unproductive. We got the Eight of Swords, kind of trapped in thought. And that's a lot. This Two of Coins is really about juggling. So kind of like going back and forth. And you possibly were tied in this energy for a while. We got Gemini energy there. We got Scorpio. Let's see. Okay. So coming out of this powerlessness, making a decision to move forward. We got Hierophant again. This has to do with your traditions and your values, because we got Hierophant coming out again. This is about growing from this experience, learning from what you experienced here, picking up on deception, right? Seven of Swords. Picking up on when you're being left out in the cold, when someone is turning their back on you. Sometimes this isn't as obvious as what this image is, right? In this image, they're literally out in the cold. But sometimes that is kind of when you're being put on pause, just like I was saying with this, being held down for a certain amount of time with your thoughts. So sometimes you're not put completely out in the cold. A person just forgets about you, or is too busy to entertain you, or to talk to you, or to respond to any of your messages. So really, this is about learning, about seeing things from a higher perspective. Think about the Hierophant, seeing things from a higher perspective and being able to pick out the things that are for you and the things that are not. I mean, this caused heartbreak. I see it here. But this is going to close out. You're already closing this out, and this is going to get cleaned up, and you already have a new offer that's going to be coming in. But you have to focus on these offers. I just happen to put the Hierophant right here. So you've got an offer in between two Hierophants, right? So this is about really knowing who aligns with you, whose traditional values, who has the integrity, right? Being very cautious on who you give emotional opportunities or openings to, and making sure that their energy and their personality lines up with the values that you have for your life. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these cards. Let's see what else we can find out real quick. Gotta wrap it up here. All right, tell me about Cancer energy. Fuego, lust, swept up. Oh my God. Okay. So it looks like whoever this Ace of Cups is, whatever this opportunity is, it's going to be super hot. Because we got Fuego, which is Spanish for fire. Chemistry, intense passion, things are heating up. Lust, greed, bareback, inconsiderate. And swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. Okay. So we got that coming up. But just like I was just saying, don't forget about the Hierophant, right? Don't forget about the Hierophant, because that's the most important one here, right? We've got two Hierophants out on the board right now. And even though all these things might be true, and this might be what's holding you back, even though all these things might be true, you might be very attracted to this person, feel intense emotions for them, right? Even lustful. You have to be able to look from a higher perspective, right? And not only see the physical or the sexual. You have to be able to look higher and see what you actually align with. Integrity, trust, loyalty, kindness, consideration, right? Even though these things are going on, if these elements are missing, it's not for you, because you'll just end up right back in the same place, right? So like I said, we got the High Priestess at the bottom here now. So using your intuition, right? This is going to be very important, what I'm talking about. Not just jumping in because you feel attracted. Not just jumping in because the person is attractive, hot, or kind, or nice. Really seeing what rules their life. What type of personality traits, what type of energies does this person reside in, right? And you're gonna have to embody this high priestess energy in order to find that out, right? Because people aren't gonna be open with you. People aren't gonna be upfront. They're not gonna tell you everything. Your intuition is key. It's what your guidance system here on this planet, in this reality, whatever it is, you know. And I know over here we got receipts, so we got some evidence. What I was looking for was this chick right here. Queen of Swords, right? So staying in this Queen of Swords energy where you're being smart and also sharp, right? Picking up on things right away. Not letting things sit, rest, not letting people get away with anything, right? Embodying this energy so that anyone that comes near you with any kind of Two of Cups or trying to offer a cup, that your intelligence points you to think about the Hierophant before you think about how attractive they are or whatever other qualities they have, whether it's like financial, physical, sexual, whatever it is, right? But using your intelligence as the Queen of Swords, male or female, right? To see, do they line up with you? What is their spiritual guidance? What do they use for guidance on this planet, in this reality? What are they guided by? What drives them, right? Not only sexual things. So we have to be able, and like I just saw here with the receipts, we have to have evidence of this, right? Evidence that this is a good person. The way they treat people. The way they speak to people, the way they treat homeless people, waitresses, people that they could deem to be in a lower position than them. Are they honest? Are they truthful? Do they stand by their word? These are like really important things in any relationship, right? So we want to not do these things, get swept up, fall in love, and turn our heart over basically so that it can be stabbed again. Right? Being protective of our energy, of our space, keeping boundaries up, and not taking any nonsense. Because that's not what it's about. So the one message I have for you Cancers is Hierophant. It's Hierophant. Your traditions, your values, right? You're only going to resonate with the person who aligns with your values. I hope that helped. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and that you're healing from this heartbreak and that you feel confident to move forward in your own intelligence as that Queen of Swords, knowing what's right for you and what's not right for you. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.